Thank you for sending your family picture. They're lovely young women and men. You say that you might even come for a visit. What joy to see you again. Kilkelly, Ireland, 1892. My dear brother John, I'm sorry that I didn't write sooner to tell you that father passed on. He was living with Bridget. She says he was cheerful and healthy right down to the end. Ah, you should have seen David, the grandchildren of Pat McNamara, your friend. And then we buried him alongside of mother, down at the Kilkelly churchyard. He was a strong and a feisty old man, considering his life was so hard. And it's funny the way he kept talking about you. He called for you in the end. Oh, why don't you think about coming to visit? We'd all love to see you again. That's his adventures. So what do you think?
It's like a family saga.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's look. 1860, this first stanza. What happens here? It's like he just went to America, and it's like, okay, just another adventure. He goes there, he'll get some money, come back, not to worry. Yeah. A good friend at school, Master Pat McNamara, is so good as to write his words down. So this describes you the situation with culture in the country. So this man can't write, and the school teacher is writing for him this letter. Yeah. Your brothers have all gone to find work in England, which again is very typical. You don't have any job in Ireland. You need to go to England. And maybe I don't know. Has anyone been when we discussed the poem about Macker's folk? What's it called? The Cur's Ass. They bore the loan of Cur's Ass for market. So that's another little poem which you can look at if you like. It's really short. It's really nice. We discussed it a while ago. Cur's Ass it's called, by an Irish guy whose name I cannot pronounce because it's horrible. Patrick Kavanagh or something. So that tells you about Irishman in London. The house is so empty and sad. The crop of potatoes is sorely infected, a third to half of them bad. Again, it's all true. You had these like potato crisis when all the potatoes were bad and people had nothing to eat. And it gives you the real feeling of what it was like in the country at the moment and why people wouldn't mind going to America. Yeah. So empty and sad. That's how you feel about Ireland. A house is your place, or it can be you, your feelings, or maybe in this case it's a whole country, empty and sad. Your sister Bridget and Patrick O'Donnell are going to be married in June, so life goes on. We have problems, we have troubles, and not to worry, you're still alive. Your mother says not to work on the railroad and be sure to come on home soon. So we have father, we have mother, we have brothers, we have sisters. We know about them, what they say, what they do. Not to work on the railroad. Be sure to come on home soon. So it's the first letter, and everybody is still optimistic. Yeah, just come home soon. Kilkelly, Ireland, 1870. So 10 years later, 10 years. Dear and loving son John. So again he says, dear and loving, dear and loving. Is he really dear and loving? Who knows? Hello to you, Mrs. and to your 4 children. Ah.
Loving because it's small.
Yeah. What happened in these 10 years?
He created a family.
Yeah. And if you get a family, it's like you get your roots.
Yeah.
it's harder for you to leave and come back.
And for children.
And for children.
For children.
It's almost
Completely.
yeah, next to impossible. Yeah.
Oh, come on. I know families with 9 children.
Irish families and Scottish families.
I'm saying that it's very hard to come back with 4 children.
But he goes there to earn money while he has already 4 children.
Sorry, haven't noticed how it happened. It just sort of happened to me.
Four
They
children
can
in 10
cope
years.
with that.
Well,
It's
there were
so-
not so much pharmaceutical drugs at that time.
Well, of course, if you set on having a child every year, then 4 children in 10 years is not so much.
Yes, it's
So,
usually like that.
still, he's busy. He's a busy man.
Well,
now.
she should.
Your wife and 4 children. May they grow healthy and strong. It's like, I'm very happy for you. You're far away, but it's your life,
And
your
it goes
life
on,
going
it goes on good.
And you're happy, you have your family, that's important. You have your family continuing your line.
Wishing you luck.
Because it's not just his family, it's their family too. It's your line, it's still your grandchildren.
Yeah, bloodline goes on.
Can I suppose maybe he has a triplet?
Yes.
Maybe he has a
Or
triplet.
2 twins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Twins.
Two twins.
Good idea.
But still, let's
Hadn't
not
expected so many.
Take it easy.
take it easy. Michael has got in a wee bit of trouble. Wee means little. Wee is a beautiful word. Use it everywhere, people. Use it more, please. Wee bit of trouble. I guess that he never will learn. Maybe there's been some political trouble at the time, so maybe he's talking about it, maybe not. So Michael and John, very Irish names. Michael is also the guy from the village of Athenry who got in trouble and was sent to Australia. He was called Michael there.
Michael is a Jewish name, actually.
Michael, yeah. Well, it's a Christian name,
Yeah.
like angel, archangel, Michael. Michael, L is like God.
Yeah.
And John is also a biblical name.
Yeah.
To that. So not a problem. So they're Christian, good guys. Guess he never will learn. So again, a bit of trouble, but we are not really worried about it. Yeah, he'll never learn.
It happened before.
No last time. Because of the darkness, there's no turf to speak of. Now we have nothing to burn. It's like, actually we have big problems because if there's nothing to burn, it's really cold.
Do they burn turf?
No.
Wood?
Yeah, it's called the peat in Scotland. Now we have nothing to burn. So back here, we still have those little troubles.
We're still very poor, yeah.
1870. But still, good things, bad things, everything, a bit of everything. And Bridget is happy. You named a child for her, so one of his children is called Bridget, and she's happy about it. Now she's got 6 of her own. You thought of 4 children is a bit too much, not many. Then how about 6 children? She's got 6 children here. And again, he doesn't say, "Oh, we're so miserable. We have 6 children. We have nothing to eat. We have no fuel. We are poor and happy." No, he says she's happy.
She's happy.
So maybe he makes it look like it's not too bad. He's got into a bit of trouble, nothing to worry about. She has 6 children, but she's very happy. We have nothing to burn, but it's not really a problem. Maybe he doesn't want him to be worried there in America.
But on actually, in general, she's right, because life is not without troubles, but it goes on in its natural way. People get married, start families. Yes, they get into trouble, they get out of trouble, but that's just the way it goes.
You say you found work. You don't say what kind or when you will be coming home. It's like we don't really know much about him there. He's got a family, 4 children. That's all. That's all we know about him. He doesn't want to tell his family about himself. His family, his father tells him all news because it's important to keep this link with his son. His son isn't really bothered. He doesn't really care. He just writes. Apparently, he just writes short letters like, "I'm okay. Got 4 children. No problem. See you later."
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't want them to know the details because life in his life is very different, and he understands that they just won't, and they have to see it with their own eyes to understand. Otherwise,
yeah,
it's useless.
Still, in 10 years, he never mentioned what sort of work he got.
Maybe it's kind of legal work or something.
Nothing about mountains.
Maybe he works in railroad.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to. Yeah.
Does his mother ask him to come back for a long time or not?
How do we know? Come back. Like, you went there, you got your money, now come back. Be back.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't say when he will be coming home. So it's like they still believe he'll be back, it's just not decided when exactly. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in 2 days.
In 10 years, it's possible they ask these questions, but in 20.
Yeah, so 10 years, he's still there. I'm sorry, I'm trying to come back. It's been 10 years, you might not have noticed.
20 years, nobody asks.
Then 20 years passes, 18 and 18. Dear Michael and John, my sons. So what happens now? Michael goes to America too, and apparently after he had his wee bit of trouble, maybe he has problems with law. Now he needs to hide in America for a while.
And he left to America.
Maybe later.
Yeah. So now they're
After
together.
that later, in 10 years.
Yeah. And what happens? I'm sorry to give you the very sad news, but your dear old mother has gone. So that's about no mother's tears will be shed on my grave. Yeah, because she dies. She dies.
Yeah.
He was a prophet. Yeah.
That is.
So if your dear old mother has gone, does it change anything?
Nobody would cry because she's happy.
Well, actually, I know that Irish are very particular about visiting their parents' graves. No?
You told me.
Oh, I heard it somewhere. I'm not sure. Maybe he actually expects that this kind of event will make him come back for at least a while.
Blackmailing with mother's death.
Well, not blackmailing, but actually giving.
Just remind you.
Yes.
Like, while you are there, while you are sitting there, look what happens back home. Soon there will be nothing left. Your mother's gone. Mother is a big part of your life. Yeah. Now she's gone. Now she got older. Yeah. She got the algorithm and died. We buried her down in the church in Kilkelly. So he even repeats the name. He doesn't say we buried her down at the church.
Or in our church,
Yes, there are many churches. There are lots of churches.
In Kilkelly.
Yeah, even in one place. Yes.
Well, maybe it's again to remind, to say, to name the place. Or you name the place, you bring it to life. Like, Kilkelly.
Someday he'll visit.
They live in Kilkelly. It's called Kilkelly, and every letter starts with Kilkelly, Ireland.
Yes,
Kilkelly,
maybe it is
Ireland.
due to the structure of the soil. As letters, they should mention
they should start
the
with
place.
the name.
And there, it's another reason.
And actually saying the church on Kilkelly doesn't narrow it. Then you should precise it, like the Church of Saint Michael or all the saints or Then if there are
Maybe
many,
they only have one church.
Yes.
It's not a big.
if they have
tiny
one,
maybe
then
it's,
at the church.
Yes, just one time I was saying, maybe it's a little place.
Yeah, if you look
with
at
only one
if you look at
church.
map, it's a tiny little place. It's
If
not
they
like
have
a
one,
church.
then it's okay. But if they have many, it doesn't narrow it down.
They say
There
their
is
church.
my idea was that their family is a vast family, and they may be buried in different places, near different churches. So, and he points the exact place.
Home.
Yes.
Home in Kilkelly. Yes, could be. So yeah, and again and again we start with Kilkelly, Ireland. Again, it's like a little cry here. Kilkelly, Ireland. Don't you remember? You look at it. You start with these words.
Home, home.
We buried her down at the church in Kilkelly. Your brothers and Bridget were there. You don't have to worry, she died very quickly. Remember her in your prayers. It's like, I don't really know. Maybe you're such a that you never even started to worry. But still, I'll tell you, don't worry. Maybe you don't worry, but still, don't worry. It was okay. It wasn't too bad. She died quickly. Yeah. So it's answering the question which was not asked and which he's not sure would be asked. It's like if he just says, your mother died, and he expects him to write, oh no, how did it happen? Yeah. But what if he never writes it? What if he never asks about it? That would be a blow, that would be really horrible. So he makes himself safe by answering this question, not waiting for him to ask or not to ask it. Yeah?
I'm sorry, the question is, and the own mother here is a grandmother or his own mother?
No, his own mother.
But what we see that Michael and John, my sons, it's the person who is writing to my sons.
No. Father is writing.
Oh, father
Yes,
is
mother
writing.
is writing.
Michael
Because
and John
mother is gone,
I thought.
but
that
father
maybe-
is alive. Is still
Okay,
alive.
I thought maybe old mother, it's grandmother. No.
Okay, remember her in your prayers. And it's so good to hear that Michael's returning. With money he's sure to buy land. So Michael decided to return. He went there. He stayed there for a few years.
Probably he's not wanted anymore.
Maybe he just
The
wants to
wheel
come
of
back.
trouble is everywhere with him on the
Yeah,
shoulders.
maybe.
No, he has to
Because
escape
trouble.
America.
Yeah. But anyway, now we have these two different brothers. One is there, and another one who goes there and comes back. So they're different. And Michael comes back before he knows that his mother is dead, so that's not because his mother dies before that.
But with money, it should.
But with money, yeah, it's like I went there, I made a bit of money, I came back, that's what a good son should do. Yeah. Just go there, get some
That's
money.
why he doesn't say what kind of job he has.
Yeah.
They also don't
It's
see
just money.
where Michael went.
But
We
apparently
don't
they're
know that
together.
Michael went to America.
Well, we know because
Yeah,
it's
we know.
one letter for Michael and John.
Yes,
Means
it is
now
said.
they're together.
Ah, sorry.
They stay in
Yes,
one
yes.
place. They receive one letter.
Yeah. They both went to America.
Now Michael's returning like a good son,
Michael-
and the bad son is staying there.
And he's staying there with his whole children.
The plot of this story is so sad. That's why you start thinking about your relationship with your parents right now,
Yes.
and you're reading about
Very
it.
moralistic.
Yeah, you don't need to go from Ireland to America to stop seeing your parents.
But that even Michael coming back with money to
Buy
buy
land.
land, and you see his next idea, his next thought. So the crop has been poor, and the people are selling at any price that they can.
Yeah.
And this family is fortunate because they have two sons in America, and now one is sending money, another is coming
Bringing
back with the money. So
Not bad.
not bad. Yes.
Yeah, again, crop has been poor. No problems at home.
And no turf.
Yeah,
No
maybe
turf
there
to
is
grow.
turf. 10 years passed. Maybe there is some.
Kilkelly, Ireland.
Weather is always well there.
Kilkelly, Ireland. 18 and 19. Another question is why are they writing once in 10 years?
Communication was difficult at that time. Took
10
boats a lot of time to sail back.
And it's a mystery in writing like this. It's not.
There was no Skype. No Skype.
I really want that.
Not even an airplane.
Yes,
But still,
To,
once in 10 years.
to involve you in reading, because you'll be curious about this 18 and 19.
No, actually they only have one poem to give the whole story of the family. That's why they can't write about every single letter. They have to make committances.
No, we are speaking about the influence to show that life so short.
Yeah, life is short. It fits in 4 letters.
Just, yeah.
Really, if you
Not
try
only the
to,
life of
you
one
know how at school there's this task, write about your summertime. You have a whole summertime, 6 months of adventures, and then